The son of former U.S. President Donald Trump is currently living the high life as the heir to a billionaire fortune. Wondering what that entails? Well, let's just say this young man is said to have inherited a trust fund valued in the billions. Unlike today's self-made billionaires who claw their way to the top, his unique achievement was being born into the Trump family, an accomplishment that paved the way for his jaw-droppingly extravagant lifestyle, which I'm about to share with you in this video. Barron's lavish world of privilege. Born into the iconic Trump dynasty, Barron Trump opened his eyes to the world in none other than New York City. His arrival marked the beginning of a life steeped in luxury and grandeur. Of course, this wasn't just any ordinary birth. Barron entered the world as the youngest successor of the Trump legacy. To commemorate his arrival, a golden baby carriage from Ellen DeGeneres served as a fitting symbol of the opulence his life would embody. As the sole child of Donald and Melania Trump, Barron spent his formative years in a breathtaking triplex residence perched atop Trump Tower, nestled on glamorous Fifth Avenue. A home embellished with marble finishes and 24-karat gold accents, serving as a testament to opulence and grandeur. The luxurious penthouse of Donald and Melania Trump, located in Trump Tower, New York City, radiates an aura of wealth and indulgence. Featuring gold-adorned walls, ornate furnishings, and gilded ceilings, the apartment mirrors a regal lifestyle steeped in extravagance. Spanning an entire floor, the Trump residence included a private space dedicated to Barron Trump, complete with a nursery, living area, kitchen, and accommodations for nannies. Angelo Donkey's design, inspired by Louis XIV, gives the three-story penthouse a timeless elegance, paired with breathtaking views of Manhattan and Central Park that enhance its elite appeal. Blending 24-karat gold detailing, marble elements, and painted ceilings reminiscent of Greek mythology, the residence epitomizes unparalleled luxury. From a young age, Barron was immersed in a world defined by wealth that few could comprehend. His nursery, an expansive area within the lavish home, was brimming with extravagant toys and treasures sourced globally. The young Trump heir was frequently chauffeured in luxurious vehicles, reflecting the family's elevated social standing and his prestigious upbringing. Even as a toddler, Barron's wardrobe included bespoke attire, with some outfits specially crafted to meet the unique requirements of his youthful endeavors. Barron's mother, Melania, a former fashion model renowned for her sophisticated taste, always ensured her son was impeccably dressed, reflecting his status as the child of a real estate tycoon and a future U.S. president. When Barron was just an infant, he made a notable debut on Oprah Winfrey's television show. During the segment, Donald Trump expressed his joy over the newest member of their family, applauding Melania's parenting skills by saying, "I think it's wonderful, and Melania is an incredible mother." Melania, in turn, highlighted Donald's hands-on approach, describing their mornings together with Barron. He takes him after he wakes up, brings him to his room, and they spend time watching TV and reading the papers. The Trumps also gave viewers a glimpse of Barron's opulent nursery, which featured an expansive crib, plush toys, and a cozy rocking chair. As Barron grew older, his privileged lifestyle became even more apparent. While most children might receive basic baby lotions for their skincare, Barron enjoyed the luxury of a rich caviar-infused moisturizer. This wasn't any ordinary cream. It came from Melania Trump's exclusive beauty collection, Caviar Complex C6. Every evening, Barron was pampered with a lavish cream, a nightly tradition that blended both care and indulgence. During his time in the White House, Barron enjoyed an exceptionally privileged lifestyle. When the Trump family moved into 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue in 2017, 11-year-old Barron had a specially designed bedroom tailored to his preferences. The space was outfitted with his favorite toiletries and soaps to help him feel comfortable in his new surroundings. Beyond the extraordinary experience of living in the White House, Barron had access to an array of exclusive amenities, such as a private swimming pool, a home theater, and even a bowling alley. To ensure his transition was smooth, preparations were made in advance, including acquiring bowling shoes in his size and updating the selection of films available in the theater. These personal touches likely helped Barron cope with the challenges posed by his father's demanding role as president. That said, residing at the White House granted the Trumps a level of opulence that may be difficult for most people to imagine. In addition to having a basketball court, pool, bowling alley, and theater at their disposal, the family had the liberty to customize their 6-bedroom living space to suit their tastes. From a young age, Barron Trump exhibited a preference for formal clothing over the more casual attire typical of children his age. Although he occasionally sported t-shirts and shorts, which drew some criticism, his style has since evolved to include sophisticated, well-tailored pieces like suits. In a 2013 interview with ABC News, Melania spoke about her then 7-year-old son, revealing, "He's not the type who always reaches for sweatpants. On occasion, he enjoys dressing in a suit, much like his father, though not every day. And sometimes, he even likes wearing a tie to emulate his dad." Fashion commentator Jaden Horan, writing for Mirror, suggested that Barron's distinctive sense of style might someday inspire him to explore a career in the fashion industry. Horan remarked, "Considering his family's influence wouldn't be far-fetched. He clearly has an eye for fashion, and I wouldn't be surprised if he decides to go down that path in the future." Early life and education. Barron William Trump's journey began on March 20th, 2006, during a brisk spring morning in the bustling metropolis of New York City. Born to the prominent real estate tycoon Donald Trump and Slovenian model Melania Nos, who would later take on the title of Melania Trump, Barron entered the world surrounded by affluence and a monumental family legacy. His heritage blends diverse cultures while carrying the weight of his family's influential status. His father, a prominent figure in both the business world and the media landscape, eventually ascended to the presidency of the United States, while his mother, known for her elegance and composure, embraced the responsibilities of First Lady. Barron is the youngest among 5 siblings, distinguished not just by his age, but also by the distinct circumstances surrounding his childhood. As the sole child of Donald and Melania, Barron has 4 half-siblings from his father's prior marriages: Donald Jr., Ivanka, Eric, and Tiffany. Despite their significant age differences and demanding schedules, the connection between Barron and his siblings played a pivotal role in shaping his formative years. The family dynamic, constantly observed and critiqued by the public, was an intriguing mix of the conventional and the extraordinary. Barron's initial education took place at home under his mother's close supervision. Melania was deeply involved in her son's upbringing, reportedly fostering his interests and making it a priority for him to learn Slovenian, her native tongue, alongside English. This multilingual background reflected the culturally rich environment in which he was brought up. As he got older, Barron continued his studies at the prestigious Columbia Grammar and Preparatory School, one of New York's most historic private institutions. The institution has a reputation for its challenging academic offerings and its dedication to fostering a supportive environment for students from varied backgrounds. It served as a crucial stepping stone in shaping Barron's academic journey. Within its walls, Barron wasn't viewed merely as the child of a famous figure, but as a regular student among his peers, striving to establish his own individuality while navigating the trials of growing up. However, efforts to give Barron a typical upbringing were frequently hindered by the Trump family's high-profile status, which often subjected them to public scrutiny. The media's fixation on the Trumps led to significant attention on Barron's daily life, from his clothing choices to his behavior during public events. This attention intensified when Donald Trump launched his presidential campaign in 2015, bringing a heightened level of visibility and added complexities to Barron's formative years. As his father's political ambitions dominated headlines, Barron's personal life became increasingly exposed to the public eye. Following Donald Trump's election victory in 2016, Barron moved on to St. Andrew's Episcopal School in Potomac, Maryland, where he carried on with his education between 2017 and 2021. St. Andrew's Episcopal School is widely recognized for its dedication to delivering a holistic education that emphasizes not only scholastic achievement, but also personal development and community involvement. The institution's balanced approach aims to equip students for collegiate success and lifelong personal growth. Guided by core principles like respect, responsibility, and compassion, St. Andrew's Episcopal School gave Barron a supportive environment that fostered his all-around development. Beyond its rigorous academic offerings, the school provided Barron with numerous extracurricular opportunities, encouraging collaboration and a sense of belonging. The school's emphasis on community service also played a key part in influencing Barron's values and worldview during his formative years. By combining challenging academics, character development, and community participation, St. Andrews offered Barron a strong educational foundation for his future aspirations. In August 2021, after his family's move to Florida, Barron Trump joined Oxbridge Academy, a renowned private school in Palm Beach. Established in 2011 by billionaire Bill Koch, Oxbridge Academy is an elite preparatory institution that delivers an intensive college preparatory curriculum, varied extracurricular programs, and a strong focus on community engagement. Barron's experience at Oxbridge Academy has been characterized by his commitment to academics and self-improvement. Alongside excelling in his studies, he has also been actively involved in athletics, including playing golf. After completing high school in May 2024, conversations about Barron's college plans have been a notable topic within the Trump family. From the day he entered the world, Barron has been poised not only to inherit a significant fortune, but also to carry forward a legacy that distinguishes him from others. As the offspring of a man whose name is virtually a synonym for wealth and power, the public has often speculated about the vast inheritance that might await him. The Trump empire, a towering giant in the world of real estate, extends its reach across the globe, with its portfolio boasting luxury hotels, exclusive golf courses, and high-end residential properties, all marked with the unmistakable Trump signature. This empire, meticulously constructed over several decades, owes its prominence to Donald Trump's sharp business instincts, which transformed the family surname into a symbol of luxury recognized worldwide. Initially a small-scale operation, the Trump organization started as a real estate development and management company. Over time, this family-run business expanded exponentially, branching out to construct high-rise residential buildings and sprawling luxury resorts. In 1968, after completing his education, a young and ambitious Donald Trump joined the family enterprise, bringing with him a vision that would redefine its future. By 1971, Donald had assumed control of the company, And with his characteristic confidence and strategic insight, he began charting a course into uncharted business territories. Under his stewardship, the Trump Organization grew into a global symbol of opulence and prominence. The Trump Organization primarily focuses on real estate ventures, encompassing development, investments, brokerage, sales, marketing, and property management. Some of their most recognized holdings include New York City's Trump Tower, Florida's Mar-a-Lago estate, and an array of golf courses across the globe. Aside from real estate, the organization has diversified into numerous other industries, such as construction, hospitality, casinos, entertainment, publishing, television, model management, retail, financial services, food and beverage, business training, online travel platforms, and both commercial and private aviation. With this vast array of enterprises, the company has cemented its presence in multiple sectors, highlighting its adaptability and entrepreneurial drive. The organization's portfolio reflects a calculated strategy geared toward expansion and diversification. As the new millennium dawned, the Trump Organization broadened its horizons, building soaring skyscrapers and captivating millions with the reality TV phenomenon The Apprentice. This show added a cultural and mainstream dimension to the Trump brand, transforming it from a business empire into a household name. However, grand enterprises require thoughtful succession planning. In 2017, as Donald Trump assumed the role of U.S. president, control of the company transitioned to his children. This shift marked the beginning of a new era in which the next generation would take charge, balancing the demands of running a global company with the heightened challenges of public and political scrutiny. As the child of a man whose name is practically synonymous with immense fortune, Barron Trump's potential inheritance has long been a topic of public intrigue. Being a member of the prominent Trump family means his financial status is inherently linked to his father's overall net worth, which the South China Morning Post estimates at approximately $80 million. As the youngest member of the Trump dynasty, Barron is poised at the intersection of a future that is both opulent and seemingly preordained. His inheritance is more than just a monetary windfall. It represents a symbolic duty that could one day involve significant roles within the Trump Organization. The broader implications of Barron's inheritance are expansive and complex, intertwined with the expectations tied to a family that has left an indelible mark on both American business and political spheres. The issue of Barron's eventual fortune is less about speculation and more about magnitude. Exact details surrounding his inheritance remain closely guarded, though it's well documented that Donald Trump has established trust funds for his children. These arrangements aim to guarantee their financial stability while enabling them to carry forward the family's business endeavors. For Barron, this means that even at his young age, his financial standing is already substantial. Yet, his inheritance is about more than just assets. It represents a legacy he is destined to inherit and perhaps one day expand. It's also about the intangible heritage tied to the Trump name, an internationally recognized brand. Barron's legacy carries with it not only significant expectations, but also the intense scrutiny of public perception, alongside the duty of upholding a family tradition steeped in both ambition and controversy. Yet, Barron's inheritance isn't confined to corporate boardrooms or business ventures. His role within the Trump Organization will hold a symbolic importance, embodying the continuation of a family lineage. The way he manages this legacy will pave the way for future generations, influencing the principles and direction of the Trump legacy for many years to come. The broader implications of Barron Trump's inheritance are as intricate as they are thought-provoking. They span beyond financial assets to include the weight of expectations placed upon him as part of the Trump dynasty. The decisions he makes, the actions he takes, and the leadership he provides within the organization will be closely observed by a global audience eager to see whether he will follow the well-trodden family path or carve out an individual direction of his own. Growing up under the public's gaze, the early years of childhood are typically a time for exploration and learning, far from spotlight. But Barron Trump's formative years were anything but ordinary. From the beginning, Barron's existence was framed by the spotlight of his father's celebrity, a real estate magnate and television icon whose bold personality was a fixture in tabloids and on TV. As Barron transitioned from toddlerhood to his early school years, the media's gaze only intensified. Cameras frequently captured snippets of his life, whether he was attending prestigious private schools or accompanying his mother to glamorous public engagements. Each of his outfits, movements, and appearances became a hot topic for analysis in the press and on social media. However, the scrutiny went beyond mere observation. Barron was subjected to relentless speculation and commentary, with every detail of his childhood and behavior interpreted as significant. Such unyielding attention can be overwhelming for any young person, undeniably influencing their growth and development. The expectation to fit into the preconceived mold constructed by the media and public can feel suffocating, and the omnipresence of photographers can rob a child of the everyday normalcy they require. Life under constant public scrutiny means grappling with a story partially written by others. Often, the media and the public create an identity for these children, one they are pressured to embrace, even when it may not match who they really are. The intense pressure to uphold a particular image can be overwhelming, paired with an unrelenting lack of privacy. Barron Trump's early years unfolded during the rapid ascent of social media, a platform where critiques and opinions are both instantaneous and often harsh. Due to the Trump family's high-profile status, Barron's upbringing captured the attention not only of traditional news outlets, but also became a constant focus among countless social media users globally. Growing up under such intense scrutiny is a reality that few can comprehend, yet this has been the only existence Barron has ever known. As the child of a former U.S. president, his formative years played out on a global stage. Even so, Barron has largely escaped significant media backlash and managed to retain a level of privacy that is rare for someone of his standing. His ability to remain somewhat out of the public eye reflects careful efforts to navigate an environment where every appearance has the potential to make headlines. Nonetheless, recent statements from a former NBC senior executive have drawn him back into the public spotlight. After Barron turned 18, Mike Singleton, the executive in question, made waves when he shared a since-deleted post on X, featuring a photo of Barron with his father, Donald Trump. In the post, Singleton claimed that Barron's adult status now made him fair game for media scrutiny, sparking renewed discussion about his public visibility. After removing the post, Singleton explained to Newsweek that his comments were aimed at underscoring Barron's transition into adulthood, suggesting that he is now open to public critique and scrutiny. This assertion prompted immediate backlash, with Chelsea Clinton coming to Barron's defense during a recent segment on ABC's The View. Clinton strongly advocated for respecting the privacy of private individuals, especially those who are uninvolved in political affairs, arguing against unnecessary public attention. Her statement reignited the ongoing discussion about where the line should be drawn between public and private life for those connected to high-profile political families. While the Trump presidency concluded in 2021, media interest in Barron persisted. Both his departure from the White House and his earlier arrival as a young boy were significant media moments. Since then, public curiosity has focused on how Barron would navigate life post-presidency, whether he would continue avoiding the spotlight or eventually embrace a more public persona. Nonetheless, Barron emerged for a rare public outing on Easter 2024, attending an Easter brunch at the Mar-a-Lago Club in Palm Beach, Florida, alongside his family. The 18-year-old, who typically maintains a private life, garnered attention for his appearance as guests and onlookers observed the occasion. This event was particularly notable given Barron's recent focus on navigating his college decisions. Towering over those around him, Barron Trump was spotted walking alongside his mother, Melania Trump, as they made their way into the venue. A clip capturing the family's arrival was posted on X and quickly drew widespread attention, with many viewers commenting on Barron's striking height and commanding presence. The Trump family's Easter celebration provided a glimpse into their life after the presidency, sparking discussions about their upcoming plans. With ongoing speculation surrounding Donald Trump's political future, particularly the possibility of a 2024 presidential run, public curiosity about the family remains intense. As a result, events like this receive heightened scrutiny, becoming key moments for audiences seeking clues about their next moves. A life of privilege and adaptation. Barron's life took a notable turn when the Trump family shifted into the political spotlight during Donald Trump's presidency. He made history as the first boy to reside in the White House since JFK Jr., a detail that only deepened the fascination surrounding him. The family's decision to delay their move to Washington, D.C. to allow Barron to complete his school year reflected their emphasis on ensuring his privacy and stability, despite the public's interest. Throughout his father's presidency, Barron experienced a unique mix of privilege and challenges, growing up as the child of a polarizing leader. The White House, a symbol of both authority and heritage, became an unconventional backdrop for his formative years. While many kids his age were strolling through school hallways, Barron found himself walking among corridors once graced by global leaders, all under the ever-watchful eye of the Secret Service. Over the years, he has largely managed to stay out of the public limelight. During his father's presidency, Barron was rarely the subject of media attention, with most appearances occurring during family travels. Moments such as boarding or exiting Air Force One, where the presidential helicopter provided fleeting glimpses of him. One notable instance was photographed when the Trump family returned from a holiday visit to their Mar-a-Lago home. Just a few months earlier, Barron had been seen traveling to Florida for the extended Thanksgiving weekend alongside the president and first lady. These sporadic appearances have fueled public fascination with his upbringing and his connection to his parents. Nonetheless, Barron couldn't escape the constant scrutiny that seemed to accompany him everywhere. Every time he stepped into the public eye, his actions were analyzed, with even his absences drawing attention. Despite his age, avoiding the glare of public attention proved impossible. Back in 2018, Barron Trump, the youngest child of then-President Donald Trump and former First Lady Melania Trump, accompanied his family to their Mar-a-Lago residence in Florida for the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. During this visit, the 12-year-old caught public attention for appearing nearly as tall as his father, leading to widespread remarks about his sudden growth. Earlier that year, in April, Barron made another rare appearance at the White House's Easter egg roll. While his younger relatives enthusiastically darted off to participate in the event, Barron stayed close to his parents, displaying the composed and reserved demeanor that often defines his public appearances. Fast forward to September 2020, a significant COVID-19 outbreak at the White House impacted several staff members as well as the Trump family, including the president, Melania, and Barron Trump. Although headlines focused heavily on Donald Trump contracting the virus, the announcement that both Melania and Barron had tested positive underscored the seriousness of the situation. Melania later shared in a statement on the official White House website that her primary concern upon her diagnosis was her son's health. Thankfully, Barron, who was a strong teenager at the time, showed no signs of illness, which provided a sense of relief for his mom. Melania also expressed her gratitude for the opportunity to care for one another and to enjoy time together as a family throughout the challenging ordeal. Since then, Barron has tested negative, signaling the family's full recovery from the virus. Barron Trump's remarkable height has sparked widespread interest, with his father, former President Donald Trump, mentioning that Barron measures either 6 feet 7 inches or 6 feet 8 inches tall. This towering figure has not only drawn comparisons to his father, whose own height has been debated on social media, but also fueled curiosity about Barron's growth. Known for his enthusiasm for athletics, Barron has particularly gravitated towards soccer. In 2017, he was photographed honing his skills on the White House lawn alongside DC United, a Major League Soccer MLS team. Patrick Mullins, a team forward, praised Barron's eagerness to improve his game and his clear understanding of the sport. Shortly thereafter, Barron became part of DC United's U12 team, taking on the role of a midfielder and wearing jersey number 81. His formidable height of 6 feet 7 inches gave him an edge on the pitch, and he exhibited a notable ability to score with his left foot. Despite these accomplishments, Barron's commitment to soccer began to decline after a couple of seasons, and he eventually moved to the Arlington Soccer Association, appearing in just 5 more matches. While his involvement in soccer has diminished, sports maintain a prominent place in his life. In the face of his family's public prominence and the challenges it brings, Barron has managed to find both fulfillment and personal development through athletics. During his childhood, Barron had the opportunity to attend multiple esteemed educational institutions. While living in New York City, he was enrolled at Columbia Grammar and Preparatory School, situated on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. Although his father took office in January 2017, Barron stayed in New York to finish the school year. In his final year at Columbia Grammar and Preparatory School, he experienced a remarkable moment. He organized a trip for his entire 5th grade class, which included teachers and Secret Service agents. Around 80 students participated in this journey to Washington, D.C., where they visited the White House and had the chance to meet Barron's father. Additionally, the group explored key landmarks in the nation's capital and enjoyed an overnight stay at a hotel before heading back home. Barron's life reflects the intricate balance of being both highly visible and intensely private. As he approaches adulthood, many are curious about how he will shape his future and what lies ahead for someone born into a position marked by both privilege and privacy. For more stories like this, check out the videos currently appearing on your screen.